Hey boys and girls, this is Wildman Willis here. I'm doing a quick review of WWE's Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. So, finally Raw had a very good pay-per-view in a long time. Better than what I thought it was going to be because the build wasn't the greatest. But at least the storylines fit very well, so I was glad about that. So, let's look at some of the matches. The first match was Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins. I didn't get a chance to watch the match, but Bray finally won the match, so I'm happy about that. So, took him a long time to finally beat somebody, because usually he talk, and never win. So finally he got a win. So I guess they setting up with Finn and him at SummerSlam. The next match after that was Big Cass versus Enzo. Everybody knew that Big Cass was going to just beat up on Enzo and win the match. That's exactly how it was. Enzo talked more than what he did in the actual match. Made Big Cass look strong to get away from his former tag team partner. So that was a smart move for them to do. We'll see what they do with Big Cass. He's developed very well over the last few months, so hopefully they'll make some money with Cass being the big heel. The next match after that was the tag team Iron Man match. The Hardys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. The Bar, as they call themselves. Right off the bat, my man Sheamus hit the bro kick and got the first win. This was, to me, one of the better matches out the night. You know the Hardys can put on a match. And you know Sheamus and Cesaro are hell of a good workers in the ring. And the Hardys almost looked like they was going to win, but Cesaro and Sheamus was just too smart for them. So they end up keeping the tag team titles. We'll see if this is leading to Matt Hardy being broken. So we'll see. Because he had a wild eye in his look. So we'll see how they run that. The next match was a women's title. Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss. This was a pretty good match. The champ took advantage of the rules and won by a count out. And then Sasha beat the hell out of her at the end of the match. So we'll see when the next time them two are going to be fighting each other. Because this got to be a rematch down the road. The next match was Dean versus The Miz. That match was boring because they done fought each other so many times. And we know that Miz and his team, the Entourage, was going to win the match. So you knew that was going to happen. The next match was one of the highlights of the night, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Strowman looked like a monster. Everybody booing Reigns. As always, that's nothing new. Both men did a good match in the ring. Outside the ring. And basically, Braun won the match. Because Roman, that shit almost like something out of a damn cartoon. Braun sidestepped that joint, and Roman just slide right onto the ambulance. Look like something out of a road running cartoon. Once again, Roman is stuck with something out of a cartoon. First it was Suffer and Succotash and the Jack and the Beanstalk promos. Now he gonna be a mean flying into the ambulance forevermore. But basically what they did after the match, they made Roman look like a sore loser. And he basically rammed the back of the ambulance into a semi-truck. And it took them forever to get Braun out. Braun gets up, didn't want to get no help. Was all battered and bruised and bleeding. And he walked off his own. So what I'm trying to figure out is, if they want to keep Roman babyface, this ain't helping him now one bit. because this basically made Strowman look like the biggest baby face on the roster. He basically got his Stone Cold moment with Brett and Stone Cold at that WrestleMania that year. So we'll see what they're going to do Monday night. It's going to be interesting to see. I can't stand Roman Reigns, so whatever they do with him, it don't matter to me. But he played being a jackass very well tonight. So hopefully they'll turn him heel. If they don't, it was just a waste of time for them to do the ambulance part. Then you had nobody cares about this match because this was basically filler. Zack Ryder versus Heath Slater. Heath Slater ended up winning, but it didn't mean nothing because they was more worried about getting Braun out of the ambulance. Then we had the last match, Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe. This was a quick match, but it was quick, nice and sweet. They didn't make Joe look like a dummy. They made it look like Brock had to really fight for this one because that Coquino clutch was weighing Brock down, but Brock just kept on getting out of it. He did some quick moves, especially that slide between out of the legs of Samoa Joe and hit the German suplex. So that was a good match. Of course, you know, Brock hit him with the F5, and that was it. But Brock knew he was in a fight tonight. So basically, the way they making Brock matches now is it makes him look more like a legitimate wrestling match that he fighting really big guys, and they just keep on doing their power moves on him. But Brock is just a little bit too powerful for him, and he went the match. So that was a good match. All in all, this was a good pay-per-view. So this is Wildman Willis signing off. See you next time.